From still to motion pictures, from black and white to color, and from silent films to talkie era, cinema has evolved. All these stages have their own significance and are essential. In today's episode, we will discuss the advent of talkie era and the changes it brought along. Hello and welcome to AJM channel. This is Namratha and you're watching 5 Minutes for Films. First ever talkie in India was produced in the year 1931 in Bombay by Imperial Films Company named Alam Ara, following which Prabhat felt that it was imperative for it to enter the race. But capital was their main difficulty. The success of Chandra Sen inspired Prabhat for a talkie. Advance booking for the show had begun even before deciding on a title for the film. Such was the prestige of Prabhat. The response from the cinema house owners boosted their confidence and the project was finalized. They fixed on Ayodhya Raja written by N.V. Kulkarni. This was perhaps a tribute to Raja Harishchandra directed by Dadasaheb Phalke. Now, due to budget issues, they could not afford the RCA equipment and had to adjust with Audio Chemics equipments instead. All these equipments were personally handled by Damle himself. Durga Khote, who had already acted in Mohan Bhavani's films, played the role of Taramati. But Shantaram and Tembe had to persuade her father to let her act in their films. A collegian named Gore was roped in for the role of Harishchandra. But since he could not act face to face with Durga, Tembe had to be coaxed to play the role of Raja Harishchandra. Baburao Pendharkar was roped in for the role of Ganganath Mahajan, while Master Vinayak, a teacher who had left his job to act in films, was selected for the role of Narad. The studio now shifted from Mangalwar Pet to Tarabai Park in the premises of Tanibai Kagalkar. Voice test of Durga and Vinayak was done by Damle, which boosted the confidence of the management, and they started filming Ayodhya Raja with hopefulness and enthusiasm. The first scene of Raja Harishchandra crossing the Sharayu river was shot at Narsobawadi. At the time of trial of the first print, there was no sound at all. The films were checked again and all the soundtracks showed clearly. They finally came to a conclusion that the projector was defective. When the defect was removed and film became alive, the management heaved a sigh of relief. They continued shooting and filmed some important scenes. But at the time of editing, they found out that there was no synchronization between the movement of the lips of the actors and the dialogue. They made efforts to correct this defect, but to no avail. This defect could not be corrected. Finding no other alternative, management, keen on making their new venture as perfect as possible, decided to cancel their shooting. And to make up for the losses, all the partners of Prabhat sold the gold ornaments in their houses and raised fresh capital. The machine was then checked and the defect set right. The filming continued with renewed vigor and the film was completed. Now, a special show was arranged for the members of the film industry and VIPs of Kolhapur. But at the time of screening, the film would not talk. Hence, the show had to be stopped. Damle strove hard for the whole night, discovered the defect and set it right. Now, Ayodhya Raja had started talking. A special show was held again the very next day. Everyone was astonished to see the first talkie of Marathi film industry, Ayodhya Raja, directed by V. Shantaram. Ayodhya Raja had outshone its predecessor, the first Indian talkie Alam Ara, by a record run of 14 weeks at Majestic Theatre of Bombay. People from distant villages came on bullock carts to see the film. Madan Theatres and Krishna Films Company too produced films on the same theme at the same time. But none could compete with Ayodhya Raja. For more such information, please do like, share and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for notifications so that you never miss a video from us. Also, stay tuned to 5 Minutes for Films with Namratha only on AJM. Adios.